Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at everything wrong with Pokemon TCG Live. So the first thing we want to look at, as you can already see, our glasses here are still these blue-green. This has been an issue for a very, very long time. The other issue that's also been a thing, whenever you switch to your female character, or if you were using your female character, the hair would turn white. They fixed this issue, and that issue has also been around for a long time. So why did they fix that issue, but they can't fix this? And I'll change it, and we'll come back to it. Guarantee you, it'll change back to the blue in no time at all. So the second thing we want to look at is the battle pass. So things that are wrong with the battle pass, and I'll just show you right here. Tier 40. Why are we receiving 50 credits at tier 40? That's nothing. 3 packs. That's also kind of really low, especially since we're only getting 6 cards per pack. But 50 credits is nothing. That's not anything. I know I have a lot of credits. I know I have a lot of crystals. The reason why I have a lot is that the majority of this is leftover from whenever I migrated. And that's the only reason why I have a lot. If I went over to my secondary account, you would see that I have significantly less. I also just have significantly less playtime, but it is very difficult to build this up from scratch. Another issue with the battle pass, why are we only getting 50 credits at, or 50 crystals, my bad, at tier 43? That's nothing. Once again, only have that much from migration and doing the daily quest. We should be making enough off the bat. Like this should be like probably 400 crystals or something, right? It should be more incremental. And so should the credits. 25, that's nothing. At tier 28, no less. 50 at tier 20. Oh boy. Want to see what 50 will get you? Let's take a look. We'll just go to edit deck. Oh, I already have 4 of that. My bad. I do like that. We don't have to worry about having like a billion of them. 50 credits will get you 1 basic Pokemon, and that's pretty much it. So in the grand scheme of things, when you're trying to make decks, that's gonna pile up, and the battle pass isn't gonna reimburse you properly. Once again, tier 48, 25 credits. Absolute garbage. It's not enough. They need to pump those numbers for sure. And yeah, I'd say yeah. So the other issue, like, we don't get enough crystals, which means that going into the shop, like if I wanted to let's say I wanted to get, oh no, maybe I wanted to get this, the Cyrus Premium Tournament Collection. Well, 2,000 crystals, that's gonna set me back pretty hard, and it's gonna set me back for a good while, which is gonna just make it harder to get things. So, it's a mess. It is a mess. I understand it's still really early into development, but yeah, stuff's gotta change. The currency, these are actually really easy to get, the coins. Like, I'm kind of low here, but I was at I was at around 3K for a very long time before I bought some, I think I just bought some, like, deck accessories and stuff. Coins and stuff like that. But why is this? Crystals are hard enough to get, and then they want to make it to where you have to spend crystals to get coins, which are one of the easier currencies to get in the game. Or once it renews. That's nothing. As long as you're getting the, like that's kind of low. But as long as you're doing this, you can get quite a bit of coins pretty fast. Like that's gonna fill out to like around 3K pretty easily. And you get, yeah, that's the only thing that's like not difficult to get. But they want you to spend your crystals here. It'd be one thing if they were like, oh, spend your credits to get some coins. But realistically, what this should be, it should be spend your coins to get more credits, or spend your coins to get more crystals. Not this. This is just, I don't even want to say it. So that's more or less everything I want to complain about in this, for this. Actually, no, it's not. I do want to complain about the prices. So, next thing I want to complain about here are the prices of cards. $7.50. Obviously, Pokemon V are on their way out, so let's take a look at EX Pokemon real fast. 600. That's a lot. If you need to craft like 3 or 4 of these, and by the way, I didn't craft any of these very fast at all. It took me a long time to like build all of this up and make it to where I could maintain around 10K. Like that wasn't, like that took a while, and quite a few of these I didn't even craft. I just pulled from packs in the game itself. So if you're able to pull from packs, and if you get lucky, you can build up quite a bit. But otherwise, if you're just having to do it through the regular in-game currency and the battle pass, it's going to take a really long time to get all of this. And it did take me a really long time to get all of this, even though I was opening packs. But if you needed to get all of this and build a deck with like the rest of your cards, that's gonna be a pretty penny. On a different channel, the Stabilize, you often see he'll be like, this deck cost about 11K credits to build. That's a lot. That's like, that's imagine 11K subtracted from 900 there. Like that's gonna drop me down quite a bit. The only redeeming factor is if we go back to yes, here Pokemon does give us a lot of pre-made theme decks, which is really, really nice because it makes it a lot easier to build decks. But if you didn't migrate over, and if your account wasn't very big when you migrated, even with the pre-made decks, it's still going to take quite a lot of credits, and it's still going to dig into your funds there. That the battle pass, you can't really make enough to regain all of that. So that's why we need the battle pass to be bigger numbers. That doesn't cut it. You can't even craft a single card out of 25 credits there. That's nothing. So that's everything I want to look at for the battle pass, for the home, the deck. The profile, oh, I forgot about that. My bad. I can't send messages anymore. I can only challenge. Why can we only challenge people? Why is there no messaging system? is kind of lame. Another thing I'd like to say, some of these are a bit much. Looks like you don't have enough air in your Drifloon. Yeah, sometimes after losing a game that you should have like won, it doesn't feel very good to see some of those on your opponent's end. And some of these are also a bit much too. Most of them are fine, but yeah, sometimes the salt flows a bit too much. Oh man. But anyways, let's go back to home. I would really like to see more in this. We have casual and we have expanded beta. I would like to see more expanded stuff and more legacy. So what they could do, what I would like them to do, would be to make it so where you can play each individual format. So let's take the X and Y era, for example. That's its own format from the start of X and Y to the end of X and Y, and that be its own expanded format, right? I would like them to do that with every. I'd like them to do that with every era of the game. Like the Sun and Moon format's its own format from the start of Sun and Moon to the end of Sun and Moon. That would be great. This would eliminate, if they did that, it would eliminate power creep. It would make it to where each format can just safely play in whatever era it's meant to be in. You don't have to worry about, you only have to worry about like in format power creep, right? So like obviously at the end of X and Y, those stacks are significantly better than at the start of X and Y. So I think that's something they should do. They should still keep an expanded format where it lets you play everything from the most current to the oldest, right? TCG Live is confirmed the oldest is black and white. Now for Legacy, what I think they should do, again, the same idea where you have these broken up formats where you play each era of the game in its own specific format, right? And it would also have like a expanded Legacy format where it would be Heart Gold Soul Silver being the last format, which you can technically lump into expanded, but that's not generally how it's done. So it'd be Heart Gold Soul Silver being the last Legacy format, all the way to base set and everything in between. But of course, it would be like expanded, like how I said, where it has the individual formats that you can play in. I think that would be a really good thing to do. It would open up a lot of gameplay options. It would open up, obviously, new formats. It would just be great. That's all the stuff I would add for expanded and legacy. And I think that would be their best bet. Everything in here. The next thing I want to cover is actual gameplay. And there's quite a bit that, well, maybe not that much, but there's some stuff I would like to change about the gameplay. So let's get into it. Not really like huge changes, just little things here and there, mostly adding things to it to make it a better experience. Okay, I've played 2 games. I was trying to record to tell you guys what I think would need to be changed in the arena, I suppose, the dueling area. And the glasses did change colors quite fast. Again, only 2 games, that's all it took. I wish I could have had that more streamlined, but this is fine. Let's get into the game. I just didn't like how those other games went, because they didn't really show all of what I wanted to talk about. Okay, our opponent's calling the flip. My opponent's going first, but this is But that is really easy to miss. And there's been plenty of times where I didn't see that at all, or I wasn't paying attention. And from this point, I can't tell who was going first and who was going second. So that really needs to change. It should, like, the second it says whoever's going first or second, it should just bring up that indicator light. Like, that should be on earlier. The next thing I'd like to change is this. These should be mutable, because sometimes your opponent will spam it, or sometimes they'll just use it every now and again, and it can be really annoying. The next thing we need is a battle log. A battle log would be really nice because sometimes it's difficult to keep track of everything that your opponent has done, and sometimes even what you've done. So where I would implement a battle log would be probably here. Just have like an extra drop down that just says battle log. You could click it, and then this whole area will change, and it will show you every interaction that you've made and every interaction that your opponent's made. That needs to be added. This should be something we can scroll through. It's kind of annoying that we can't scroll through that kind of section there. I think the next thing will probably be more towards the end of the battle. Oh, I just thought of some extra stuff that we could be changing. So when you go and click on something like this, or let's say there's like a tool card, obviously there's not a tool card on this, but that happens a lot, where you're just booted out of the menu. That's very annoying. So I'd like that to be more permanent. Okay, so let's watch this interaction. If you're not paying attention, sometimes even seeing what they grab can be easy to miss. Or sometimes when they discard things, can also be kind of easy to miss as well. And that would be, again, just another good thing to have a battle log for. Oh, here, I can show it now. Oh, no, it won't let me. Okay. So like I said a moment ago, when we're trying to read these, sometimes if our opponent's playing very fast, it'll just kick us out of this, and it can be pretty frustrating when you don't know what a tool card does. Surprisingly, we didn't get kicked out. So as you can see, there's really not too much I would change about the battle interface. Oh, we have the chance to win here. Okay. Don't concede, please. Doesn't matter, I should have sent it there, but whatever, doesn't matter at this point. But this should be automatic. Yeah. That should be, like at the end game there, that should be automatic. Mine is pretty fast, but sometimes the victory poses and the little thing there, those can last a really long time, and I'd like those to be something that you can skip. I choose a fast one because that's what I prefer, but it should be skippable. Thanks for sitting through that game with me. I know I didn't go over a lot, but there wasn't really a whole lot that needed to be gone over, and I think I covered everything I really disliked about it anyways. There are two more things I would like to add. I forgot in the first half of the video. So in this, let's go to edit deck. This is terrible. There's like hardly any space. It's just really bad. Deck editing interface. I much prefer how it was in TCGO. I don't really think they could do that. Although I don't know if that's really like a proprietary system by PTCGO. I don't know the legalities of that, but this whole interface could be a lot better. It's not the worst thing in the world. Like, you can kind of quickly add things like that, but could be better. The next issue, there's no way to see your deck in full. You can only see it in parts. like this. And I really dislike that. It really needs to be changed. You really need to be able to see everything in your deck in an overall view in the editing section. Just have to add like a little button here or something. Oh, well, this whole area here could be smaller, like significantly smaller, and this could be raised up more. Like the utilization of space just isn't really good. But yeah, just like add a little button here or something. Actually, yeah, in this red spot would be great. Just to show you an overview of everything in the deck. I know we kind of have that here, but this isn't enough. This is really small, and you still have to like drag it up and down to really see everything. Like, no, it doesn't cut it. It's not enough. Not good enough. The second thing I want to talk about is in the battle area. So let's look at that. So here's the second thing. Why are the opponent cards upside down? It's not like that in any other game, any other TCG game. That should be changed. All the opponent's cards should be right side up. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and peace out.